Hi there, I'm Blaine with Dryrun with this month's feature focus. And what I'd like to walk you through this month is some of the ways that you can organize your data in Dryrun where it's completely flexible and customizable to your needs so that you can present your data in a way that makes sense to the finance team and also to the management team. So what we're looking at here is a single scenario that's visible in Dryrun. Even though I have multiple locations here, I've hidden them for now so that we can just dig into a single scenario. And if I expand this scenario, you'll see that I've organized our data into three sections. In this case, I've named them cash in, cash out, and expenses. So in cash in, that's the place where I'm putting our accounts receivable, our sales forecasts, and other income that may be coming into the business. And in our cash out section, we're forecasting our accounts payable, cost of goods sold, and the expenses area is where I'm forecasting our fixed, regular, repeating expenses. But you can organize your data any way you want. So you can create as many sections as you want, name them any way you want, map your data any way you want. So I'll expand this cash in section and you'll see that now we have some subsections. Again, I can create as many as I want, name them any way I want, map the data any way I want. And if I open our accounts receivable section, you'll see here that, I've got all of our open invoices here. I can see, how many days overdue some of our invoices are. I can see when invoices are coming up in the future. But you don't even have to look at your accounts receivable. If you don't have accounts receivable in your business or your volume of your invoices is so high, you don't need to view them. But in this case, it becomes really handy for our business. And I can also, if I go down to our cash out section, you see likewise, I have an accounts payable section, a COGS section. If I go into the accounts payable, you'll see in this case, what we've done is group them by vendor, but I can even group by GL. So there's lots of different ways to view your data in Dryrun, your accounts payable, your accounts receivable, your GL accounts, just whatever makes the most sense to you and to your business. And finally, the expenses section. I've just got some large sections of information here that make sense to the management team. Maybe this is how you like to slice and dice your data so that you can discuss it at a high level. But you can dig into each of those sections again, get down to the real detail. So in order to make those changes in Dryrun and decide how you want to slice and dice your data, just come into the settings area and you can see here I can add sections, I can add subsections, I can drag and drop or select and apply any of these accounts into any of these sections to make sure that it's all organized the way I see fit. But there's some other things that we can do in Dryrun that isn't sort of typical of forecasting software, but can be really powerful. So what I can do is go into our customers and our vendors tab, and I can actually create subsections and apply information on our customers or vendors. So instead of, let's say, a GL account, I could say, hey, we've got 5 large vendors that we spend money with all the time, every year, same time every year. And I want to know how much did we spend last year? It helps me predict what we're going to spend this year. So in this case, what I'd likely do is turn off one of our COGS GL accounts that contains those vendors, turn on the vendors instead. And what we can do is after that data is in Dryrun, Dryrun will auto forecast based on the previous year and say, this is what you spent with these vendors last year. Here's when you can expect to spend that money this year. So lots of different ways to organize your data in Dryrun in ways that make sense to your team, to your management team, and helps you visualize exactly what's coming up in the future for your business. So if you want to explore Dryrun and learn a little bit more about it, please come visit us at dryrun.com, sign up for a demo, and we would be happy to walk you through. Thanks so much.